Right, so we've got Arjun ji and Saurabh ji, who are the founders of HopCharge with us. So tell us what goes into the making of your pack.
So good. So basically, this product is made ground up here, right in our tech center in Gurgaon. We have used. It's basically a power bank integrated with a rapid charger, right? And the power bank is the heart of it, right? So it has to be chosen correctly. The form factor, the battery chemistry, and everything about the such solution, or even EV, equally capable like the automotive batteries, right? So we have selected the finest batteries available in the market, keeping safety as a priority, right? And we are using LFP battery as of now, but we also have variation in other chemistry that we in future are going to
Sodium
use.
ion or whatever.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, we need to trade off with the energy density as well as the safety, right? You know, so this is the central idea, and also to some extent power, because I have to deliver a decent amount of power to the car, right? So these are the three major parameters we have to kind of trade off.
Okay. So the other thing that is kind of comes to mind is how do you go about organizing logistics, because you have a probabilistic demand, and today you are going back to your own chargers for topping up. So will it be okay if you kind of look at adjacent fast chargers and do the charging there itself instead of coming back all the way to your home base? And
absolutely.
Today what we are doing is we have tie-ups with real estates. We are also looking at fast charging stations where we can collaborate, right? Because their utilization, if you know, of course we know, it's
20%, 30%, that's about it, yeah.
5%, 3%, that kind of,
even that low.
even
Yeah,
to that
all your
extent.
ESL chargers, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, it's a starting point for all of us.
Yes.
So they will
work
also
together.
we'll work together.
Correct.
So it's
I
more
would
like
suggest that do all your charging in Delhi, ₹1 unit mil raha hai
that's a good suggestion. So thank you. And the second logistics is in terms of how do we operate. So we discussed this point just now that we are talking about app-based operations. We are providing convenience.
Right.
So through that we are providing on-demand doorstep, and of course we will optimize it as we go along. I think that's where I will stop for now, and then.
And to add to that, the more and more we see how we are growing, people are taking our subscription. With subscription model, the beauty, there is a certainty, and we know the behavior, the way they drive, and there is a
Correct. You can map their patterns.
And absolutely, and that is how we are improving
So
every
are
day.
you talking to their cars to get the driving patterns, or how do you kind of identify their driving
So right
patterns?
now we are limiting it by exposing ourselves, delivering only the charge at the moment, right?
Okay.
But internally, like when they call us, we know, right? Typically once a week or once in 2 weeks. We also are getting hold of the tech now, and soon we are going to release some of the models, which probably will take maybe few months from now. It's just matter of collaborating with OEMs, honestly, because all these new EVs are 4G enabled anyway, right? So it's the moment you do that integration, that part is taken care. It's it's there in the server. It's just matter of
Correct, because your BMS is kind of giving you
exactly
out data.
Exactly.
The GPS is giving out you data,
Exactly.
and all you need to do is you need to see a combination of these.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, this has to be a pilot project with the customer, because their consent is required.
But you have a kind of official collaboration with Tata Motors, right?
And right now we are in dealerships, and we are selling our subscription at dealership level. Yeah.
So do you see more of demand coming in from the lower battery cars or the higher battery car? Like MG is demand is more, or do you see more from Tata?
So right now, Tata are leading the
they also have the
market,
numbers,
right? So therefore, the volume that we are seeing, obviously from the Nexon and Tiggo, right? But slowly we are also seeing that BYD and MG are catching up, right? So I think it is like all of the OEMs doing their bit, and at some point it will equalize.
So it is interconnected, so it is getting power from the battery pack. Then we have a charging gun. This is a CCS2 setup completely. So we are compatible with all the EVs which have a CCS2 charging port. So if you can see, it is directly coming from the van, from the E-pod. We call it E-pod, energy pod. And it is all DC. There is no AC, nothing. And our everything, whole setup 100% is inside the vehicle only. We don't need anything from the EV or like the customer. We just need the EV on location of the session, EV charging session, and the port should be active. EV should be parked on a plain surface.
Right.
And ignition should be off, handbrake should be fully pulled.
Okay.
That's it. And we are good to go.
Okay.
So you entering the amount? What is happening? This is from like exactly kilowatt hour. That's it. We can start guarantee also. It started from 22%. Okay. And the charging current is going up to like 50 watts. So that's 51 amps. इसकी 2 कितना किलोवाट हो गया अभी?
Right. So Arjun, specifically, we just want to understand your business model, right? So you are having a very costly delivery of energy, obviously because there's CNG involved and there's people involved, right? In the long term, what kind of selling rates per unit
Yeah.
will it stabilize and which will give you a positive contribution to
Right.
your this thing? Because
Right.
today you have probably got funded or
Right.
you putting in your own money,
Right.
and you can afford to sell at losses,
Right.
right? But at some point of time in future, right, you might want the business to be sustainable because any investor is going to ask this question to you, right? So what's the per unit electricity selling rate if you're say buying it at 8 rupees or 10 rupees if on a slow,
Yeah.
or worst come to worst at 20 rupees or 18 rupees on a fast?
Yeah. So even today, our pricing model is not based on burn. Our pricing model is based on energy charge and the convenience. We are clearly kind of disclosing it in our app also. So we are asking for a convenience because we focus more on convenience. So what we are so what we are saying is that if you go to a public fast charger, that cost you anyway have to bear, right?
Okay.
And then we add an element of a convenience.
Absolutely.
Now the gut feeling is, the leap of faith is that people will pay that
More
subscription
premium.
or the premium for that saving their time,
How much
and how much they will pay.
What percent?
Yeah, what
That's-
percentage?
What's your insight? What do you
Exactly.
think is going to be?
No, I mean, this is, see, even in US, if you see their recent study by California Utility Commission and DOE, only 33% of Americans will have access to the home chargers. So per unit, right now, this is the model, and then if we do this math right one-on-one, we are coming right 25-30% higher than the public charger. We will eventually, if you take our subscription, you will be around that number, 25-30% more than the public charger. But eventually,
Fair enough.
with integration of solar, which you will slowly get to know, at that time our input cost becomes very low, and therefore those benefits will be passed on to the end user, and it will be 100% clean energy. No other business model can do it, because this is the battery based business model.
Exactly, and that brings me to the next point, that your vehicle
Yeah.
is
Yes.
not particularly clean at this point of time,
Right.
because it runs on CNG.
Absolutely.
What was the logic of
Yes,
having
we'll do that.
CNG? So-
Yeah. So, when we thought of this model, we had two things in our mind: how we will execute the service, and second, what is more important right now is to enable the electric mobility, right? And therefore, we went to the market for our specs, whatever best and the cleanest vehicle that we got in the market, we got it, right? Now, eventually, with the, as we solve others' problem, we will solve our problem also, and we will move to electric,
Right.
especially with integration with OEMs, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So this is the way forward, right?
You also don't want your own battery to get discharged
Exactly.
while you are
That's
delivering.
a
Well,
logistics,
yeah.
very logistics point, very small.
So it is like customer first. Let's solve their problem and then move on.
Kind of our
Yeah.
problems will get taken care
Yes.
of later.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So currently, is it self-funded, or have you got some Series
We-
A funding or VC funding?
Well, we have got seed. We are seed funded right now, and also in the beginning we have bootstrapped this startup.
Sure.
But now it is not because the product was rolled out early this year, but we are like working on this 2.5 years, because all this, whatever goes inside, is built by us. It is our own proprietary design. It is a patented technology. We have got the patent not only filed but granted in US and also in India, right? So all of that work was like 2.5 years of stealth mode, and this is what you see today is just beginning.
And what are the plans for the future, Arjunji?
You want to take this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, see, couple of things on this. I think we have to go based on EV, right? We have to feed where the mouth is. I think EV proliferation, if you look at the numbers what Tata Motors is
talking
as one of the OEMs is talking about, it's a big number.
It is.
So we see our expansion. So we are like, riding with that, wave, if I can say that. So it's pretty straightforward for us that as EVs come, we will also scale up.
Deploy on those
Right now,
perspective.
correct.
Which cities are in the offing after Delhi gets done?
So Gurgaon NCR is what we are creating a
Right now.
center of excellence,
Correct.
Yes.
because we have to also prove ourselves in terms of operation, which we are successfully done. So we are very happy about it.
Yeah.
It's a very overwhelming response from customers
Right.
in terms of taking our subscription plan. It proves that people are wanting convenient on-demand doorstep charging.
Yeah.
Right.
And therefore the price point what you're talking about, if I can go back to that point, I think it's very straightforward. I think it's a premium service after all.
Correct, it is.
It's a premium service. We are serving cars right now, but obviously as we move forward, we discuss
Your suggestions.
your suggestions, and of course those are valid suggestions. So I think
Getting
all
into the
these
scooter market,
all
basically, or
these
the two-wheeler
exactly,
market.
even three-wheelers, because they are also in terms of turnaround time will have to be faster.
Right.
So these are all part of expansion,
Right.
right? Arjun, you want
So
to add?
yeah. So now to precisely tell you the response that we have got, because we have an early access program that we have initiated. Anyone can actually request for early access. We give them the refer code to experience and everything, and that gives us a feeling, which cities are actually asking more and more of HopCharge. And like right now, I think Bangalore and Mumbai is topping the chart, and not only India, actually many countries outside India have similar issues.
Okay.
See, the electricity industry is very different from oil industry. Oil industry based in a storage based industry, right? So the logistics is based in storage, but electricity is not, because storage historically was very expensive. Now because storage has come down, the solution, the big solution, the macro solution, the macro problem that we have in the industry is not in a generation or a transmission, it's a distribution problem.
Right.
And the distribution problem you solve by augmenting the grid with the storage solution. One solution is this, but you will see what else we can do with the same solution. It is like augmenting your offices, actually. The same thing, when you come to our tech center, powers up our office for 5.5 hours, right? So this is the roadmap to electrify, one step at a time. This generator right there will not be generator anymore few years down the line, and this is what we want to do.
So you
no
want
more
to make
diesel.
that a power bank.
Absolutely, because for us the transition is very easy.
What's it called?
But
Tesla calls it Giga something. What's it called?
Power,
Ah.
right? So for us it is like solving one problem at a time. We are not saying we will just do this or that, but yes, to get to a certain product execution, you need time, you need focus. Therefore, you see this. But in general, the roadmap is how do we solve the larger problem that's electrifying the future.
So that brings us to the end of a very interesting conversation with two charged up people, Saurabh and Arjun, and of course their van HopCharge. And at a personal level, I think there is a great thing that they've got going in this particular model of providing mobile charging. And I think a lot of people who have this problem of range anxiety while buying an electric vehicle will get assured to some extent that if you get stranded, HopCharge is there, so go ahead and buy your EV today.
Yes, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
So with that hope, I look forward to a great future for the two of you and for the EV community who will drive less anxiously now thanks to you guys. So if you guys want to kind of know more about HopCharge, we've got the website and the links in the description below. So do get in touch with them and find out when they're coming to your city.